In using a dicot stem, many different plants can be used. Busy Lizzie is very suitable, or as in this case, a begonia plant. In obtaining the section through the stem, we don't want to cut through where a leaf emerges. The point of attachment of a leaf to a stem is called a node. So this point here is the node, and there would be another node up here where the leaf is attaching. We don't want to cut through the node, it would give a distorted image, so we cut through the piece in between called the internode. A piece of internode was prepared earlier, and it's in here in water just to preserve it. So we take out the piece of tissue, plant tissue, and supporting it with our fingers, we're going to use a backed blade for safety, and we're cutting at right angles. We don't want to have the blade tilted one way or the other way. We want the blade to go through at right angles, and we're trying to cut the thinnest possible slices. Now, to do this, you have to take normally numerous sections. To prevent the sections from dehydrating, we'll just transfer them back into water and store them there so they don't shrivel and change shape. And if we take numerous sections, hopefully one of them will be sufficiently thin. They have to be thin to allow light to pass through on the microscope. Now, we now transfer the thinnest section, and using the paintbrush is a handy way to do so. We transfer the section, the TS of the Dicot stem, onto the microscope slide. We stain it using iodine, a few drops of iodine solution. And again, as before, we use a cover slip, and we place the cover slip on, touching into the iodine solution, and lower it gently using a needle. Doing this eliminates air bubbles. Now, we now transfer the slide to the stage of the microscope, again moving the stage down as low as possible. Slide it into position, center it over the light source. We just clip it into position then. Again, rotate in the low power lens, always using the low power lens at the start. Bring the stage up as high as it will go. And then looking down the eyepiece, very gentle turning of the coarse focus should focus it for us. If we want to, we can adjust the light. If we want to adjust the light, we can rotate the diaphragm, and that may give a clearer image sometimes. So we just find the light intensity that's most suitable. To view it at high power, we can move this slide slightly so that we get the object we want to see centered. And then we rotate in the high-powered lens. This time we focus with a fine focus to produce a clear image. A low-powered image of the TS of a Dicot stem can be seen on the slide. On the image, we have to identify 3 layers. Around the outside of the stem is the dermal tissue. Arranged in circles, as a ring of circles, just inside the dermal tissue, is the vascular tissue. And between the dermal and the vascular tissue is ground tissue.